Alright, my dear Enders. This video is in response because nobody came out to find me! No, that's a lie. It's just, this is kind of the end. There's a lot to say about the ending. I started this little adventure of mine a little over a year or so ago. And I told myself when it wasn't going to be fun anymore, but felt like a chore, I was going to bow out. And of course, this decision didn't come to end the game, didn't come from any particular place. Nobody said anything to me. Nobody made me feel bad about it or anything like that. It was my decision, and it was a final decision for me to do this. Like I said, the game's becoming more and more a chore. I'm putting more and more of myself into the research of these videos, making these videos, and when you create something like this that's supposed to be an interactive, immersive game, and people are supposed to play, and when nobody plays it, it kind of really drains you, and drains your spirits, and drains your energy, because you can't seem to get it off the ground, even though it's surpassed a year, and I say we're in the third season, which the second season began after a 1-year anniversary. There are a bunch of names I'm going to be shouting out to a lot of people here who've helped the game along over the time it was alive, and we're going to go over you guys slowly and surely, and hopefully I get everybody. I think I have. If I've missed you, please comment that I missed you, and I'll apologize, and I'll apologize for that. Now, like I said, sorry, playing with the zoom. Zoomy. This is really the end, and the first person I like to shout out is my wonderful and brilliant and steadfast co-host, Megan Hine. Megan was there from the inception of the game. I would bounce ideas off of her. I would DM her with ideas and plots and stories, and she would help and contribute, and eventually I called her out to be my co-host, which was one of the best decisions I ever made. Megan was very active in the game. She shared, she retweeted, she played. I had the pleasure of showcasing her work, the flash fictions. She had the pleasure of not only reading her own flash fiction work, but the flash fiction work of Chris, and we'll get into Chris in a little bit, but, kudos, Megan, kudos. Thank you so much. I can't say enough nice things about you. You are a good friend. You are a great co-host. I'm sorry if my decision to end the game has made you upset in any way, shape, or form. Just know that, I need to step away from it. I'm done with it. Now, I'm going to go to what I call the constant enders. Those are the ones I ended up showcasing. My thoughts and feelings are the showcases were the best, really were the best thing that the channel did. It was a pleasure to showcase you guys. Thank you so much. So to begin, John Cordial, our first victim of the showcasing. John is talented. John's a great baker. You should see him stuff he cooks up. Yeah, we were so happy and lucky to have John as an ender and to showcase John's work. John has the Museum of Hungry Things, I think it's called, and the Tybalt book out. If you haven't read them, please read them. His links, of course, will be are all on his Twitter page. AJ Upton, who was another constant ender, we had the pleasure of showcasing AJ's work. AJ is, again, another talented writer. He's superhero and video game comments and writing and stuff like that. It's just a great pleasure. And it's a great pleasure to showcase AJ. Jason Van Horn, whose book is a smash hit and a sequel on the way. Science fiction, fantasy. Jason was a great ender. Thank you so much for your constant tweets and retweets and everything. Thank you for allowing us to showcase you, Jason. Next, Gaius Ricketts. Guy, thank you so much for letting us showcase you. Thank you for letting me read parts of your showcase. Guy, thank you for your constant comments, your encouragements, your retweets, your likes to the game. Willie Handler, who is now repped by Knight Publishing for his book, Hello, Hate Mars, Love the Food. Willie, thank you so much for letting us showcase you. Thank you so much for being there from the get-go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yours, of course, was the only one we used Midnight in Moscow for during the showcase, and I felt that was really, you were the only appropriate one to use it for because your sense of humor really shines through in your writing. Thank you, Willie. I wish you all the best of luck with Knight and any of your further publications. Of course, that goes for all my constant enders I had the pleasure of showcasing. Next, we have the very talented Lexi at Lexi Writes. Lexi, your work is phenomenal as always. You are just a fabulous writer and a great writing friend to have. And again, it was a pleasure and honor to showcase you. And now that the game's ending, there won't be more videos, Lexi. You can finally catch up. Yes, I'm going to tease you about that one for as long as you know me. Constant teasing. I'm sorry. I love you that much. And of course, Megan, our co-host, she showcased her own work. Megan's work, of course, is just good fun. If you haven't read Megan's work, please read Megan's work. And then finally, we have Chris. Chris, one of our last showcases. Chris not only wrote flash fiction, but she wrote what I like to call epic poem flash fiction. I coined the phrase, I'm going to coin the phrase, epic poem flash fiction. So anytime anybody uses it, you'll have to pay me a quarter to use it. The PayPal link will be going up in the profile. Those are I believe that's everybody in the constant ender file. I even showcased myself, but just to be in the presence of such great writers and to know that their writing has continued and to be great and be successful, not by any measures of me or the game, but just kind of makes this old hack writer that I am feel great to be included in such a warm group of writers, talented people. And then there's our what I like to call our constant supporters. Rebecca, you know her as Chipmunk of Power. Rebecca has a YouTube channel, Weird Writers. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. She's putting some great content out for the writing community. Rebecca invited me to a group where people share their writing hashtag game prompts. And through there, I met a lot of likers and retweeters like Nicola, Gracie, Ella, and so more. Ari and Cookie and Sophia, who are always, retweeting. Alex K. Logan, who I'm going to talk about in a minute. Not only was he very supportive when the game first came out, but Alex, we want to thank you so much for that duel idea I had in letting us borrow your MC, Nick. As I've said before many times, Nick is one of my favorite MCs anybody's created, and I really do look forward to his Grapefruit Spoon of Madness and his publication when he comes out. I was planning to do more with the whole MC duel thing, but that got kind of thrown on the back burner. So, Alex, if you are watching, if you're listening, thank you so much for letting us use Nick. I had a blast doing that, and I hope you enjoyed the end results. That's the duel video, if you get a chance to check that out. Moving on to some of our JV junior varsity enders, we have, of course, Jess Stewart, Sister Quill, our very own writing auntie, my very little British friend, as I jokingly call her sometimes. I don't know if she likes it or hates it, and I think it's funny. Jess was one of the inaugural players in the game. She stuck with it. Unfortunately, we weren't able to showcase Jess, but she did write about the game and the uniqueness of the game in one of her blog posts. Avern Kelly, another latecomer to the game, she brought her A game every time she came to play, and even gave us a massive shout out on her Wicked Shorts blog post. She also has a YouTube channel, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Avern's YouTube channel, please do check out her Wicked Short blog post. Some of my short stories are up there. Haha, success. Melanie Thoreau, she's another one who kept coming, who was one of the inaugural players. She played for a while. She came back for a couple rounds in the later games. Again, Mel, I'm sorry we weren't able to showcase you either, but Mel, thanks for playing. Thank you. Kelly, the Otter Goddess, we all know her. She's fantastic. She's one of the inaugural players. Cassie Holmes, she's fantastic. She was another one of the inaugural players. Angela Curtis, who runs the Flash Fiction, the B one, the one with the B's. Sorry, names are escaping me right now. I'm not rushing, but I'm trying just to hold things together. She always expressed interest in playing the game. She always thought it was such a unique and fun idea. Well, Angela, like Lexi, you can catch up whenever you want. The videos aren't going anywhere, because that's one thing I decided. No videos will be pulled down. All the prompts will stay, even the ones I disliked making, like that Star Wars one. Can't stand that fucking one. But, there were a lot of the prompt videos I did enjoy playing and did enjoy making and enjoyed reading what you guys had to say. I want to call out Mad Fiction. When I was first starting, Mad gave me a lot of advice and a lot of pointers, because at the time I was starting, he ran at least 4 or 5 hashtag games himself. Thank you, Mad, for your support. Thank you, Mad, for your words of wisdom. Lindy Lou Brown, Lindy, you were very supportive too, and you gave me a lot of encouragement at the end of it all. Thank you so much, guys. And now I think that's all the names I need to shout out, and we are going to come to the end of this. I just need a moment. Okay, coming to the end. My thoughts and feelings about everything. Like I said in the beginning of this video, it's great when people share and retweet and comment on the video posts. But what really, the participation. Oh my God, I forgot 2 people, really important, real quick before I get into this. Anna Muse, who played the game, who helps Misha run free writing events. You 2 ladies are phenomenal. You 2 ladies continue to get the word out, even while I struggled to get the game off the ground. If it weren't for you guys, your constant retweets and likes and help, maybe the game, I don't know if the game would have made it as far as it did. So Anna, Misha, if you guys are watching and listening to free writing events, thank you. Anna, thank you. Now back to my thoughts and feelings about this whole adventure. Again, if I missed your names, please shout at me, yell at me, scream at me. Hey, you missed me. Hey, I play too. Hey, jackass over here. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this game was made to participate, and participation, of course, is key amount to something like this. And without participation, the game dies. And we had a lot of people interested in participating. I invited a lot of people to come participate, and it would be crickets and it'd be tumbleweeds, lone coyote howling in the distance, nothing. And we were never really able to leave the fringes of the the writing prompt world. We always stayed obscure. We always stayed on the fringes. We were never able to bring it into the popularity I always thought that the game could achieve, and the game could get to. And that's for me. That for me was one of the things that really helped finally push me to end it all and do it all. Because, again, like I said, it became more tedious to continue than to stop. Season 3, had it continued, I would have touched on the Cthulhu and the Lovecraftian mythos in series of episodes that you as the writer would have narrated your answers. as you would find out, we did the missing host. You would go out to the wasteland and hopefully bring the host back, and you find that there are problems with the host. He's not acting his normal self, and the Enders are acting weird, and there are strange symbols coming up along the manor house, and you find out those are the symbols of the King in Yellow, Hatar. I think I pronounced his name right. If not, somebody correct me, please. So you have, and the Enders are under his sway, and he's in disguise as a host. So you have to either break the Enders free or flee the manor house with some magic totems, as many magic totems as you can. Go back out in the waste where the mutants and the humans worship the King in Yellow, but you also stumble across the Ryloth, the Cthulhu, and his followers. And you have to make a deal with Cthulhu. You have to give him a black diamond that you took from the manor house that I would talk about in the King in Yellow video. This black diamond has the ability to wake Asgoth off, and that's Cthulhu and Hatar's plan. They want to wake up their father and end existence once and for all. So basically, you strike up a bargain. You have no choice. They basically, it's your life for the black diamond. You give it to them, and of course, they set you out to the waste to wander, and in wandering the waste, you find the dead host. The host is dead. He's got a knife in his chest. He was killed by the King in Yellow, so you have to fight the King in Yellow. You have to fight Cthulhu, who's sending you images of madness into your mind and their followers to get the host back to the dead's body, back to the manor house. After you get back to the manor house, Cathyla, the resurrector, the secret daughter of Cthulhu, comes to you with a proposition. You find out that every backstory the host has ever told you, you've ever read on the host, is a lie. He's really Nyarlathotep, the messenger of the gods who rebelled against the elder gods many years ago and is the only being powerful enough to keep the elder gods at bay. Cathyla gives you the choice: become the new host and absorb the power of Nyarlathotep, or resurrect Nyarlathotep and at the cost of your life, or the co-host's life, or the house troll's life, or one of the other Enders' lives. The choice would be yours, and whatever choice you make, you would have to have either the host or your self-character go out and face and stop Cthulhu Hatar before Asgoth awakes, because near the end there, his eyes are starting to open. And that would have been my touch on the Cthulhu mythos had the third season continued. These are people I have to thank. These are my thoughts, my feelings, and where I'm at. This was what was going to happen during the third season, and this is it. We've come to the end of my rant and my rave. So as always, my dear darling Enders, as the manor house doors close for one last time, I am humbly grateful for your great words. I am eternally thankful for all the likes, the retweets. I am over the moon with just, the general overall interest in some of you people who wanted to play and never got around to it. And as always, I am unquestionably, immorally, and unequivocally, for the last time, your host.